What's up, y'all? Welcome in.
We're not doing intro. Okay.
This is a special for the 11 Deep. This is the playoff reaction. And with that, let's roll it. All right. Once again, welcome in on a beautiful Tuesday evening special show. We don't need Timmy up there. But
Today!
So something happened tonight. College football rankings, the new ones came out. We're obviously here to talk about it. Yes, I assumed you had something lined up. Righto. So there you have it. Initial thoughts. Seems how the first team out of the four of us that popped up in the lowest seed, we'll let Caleb take the floor with South Carolina coming in at number 14. Tell me how much bullshit that is.
It is the height of bullshit to sit there and think that South Carolina, who has not lost a game in 7 weeks, has not lost to a team that is not bowl eligible, that has not lost to a team that has lost less than 8 games, can sit there and be below Alabama, who lost to a 500 Oklahoma team 2 weeks ago by 24 points.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Exactly.
Exactly.
This is the bullshit. Look, okay. Should South Carolina have won 10 games since sure? Absolutely. But to sit there and think that last week Alabama or Clemson beats number 5 or beats the Citadel and jumps 5 spots. We beat Wofford by more. Citadel and Wofford, same level in the Southern Conference, same record, and we jumped 3.
You're forgetting something that's very important in this equation.
That they don't know anything about fucking football over there?
That's brand recognition. My initial thoughts, and I'll let you continue, but my initial thoughts, as soon as they rolled out South Carolina, before I even saw Ole Miss and Alabama, I knew exactly what it was. They are setting up for Alabama to backdoor this fucking thing.
Absolutely.
Because of brand recognition. These people don't watch the fucking games. All they look about is the records. And now there's a very legitimate argument between the 3 teams. There are things to weigh for sure. But especially putting Alabama over Miami, that's a tall tale to me.
I've got something for that. Let's see. Alabama is 3-1 against current top 25 teams, and Miami is 0-1. Alabama is 6-1 against teams above 500, and Miami is 4-2. That was the dumb bitch ass guy in charge of the playoff committee, Chair Warren Manuel, who clearly doesn't know anything about fucking football.
Also,
why Alabama was
the other night,
above Miami.
who brought up Saturday night that a bunch of the voters are Big Ten people and there's only one SEC guy?
Really?
Uh-huh. Yeah, Brad, didn't you put that in chat, or was that somebody different?
I honestly can't remember, but sounds like something I would say.
Right.
It might have been Riz. Brisket.
Oh,
It
you know
could've-
what?
it
I
could've
think you're
been
right.
Biscuit.
I think it
Yeah.
was Biscuit. Yeah. Yes. But anyway, there's Sundowners. Do you want the link? Your Notre Dame is in here in a very nice
Fuck
spot.
Notre
too.
Dame.
I completely agree. But
You don't get to lose to a 7th place MAC team in your own house. Like, the wins don't matter. That's what who you beat does not fucking matter.
it's brand recognition, bro. I'm telling you.
It's bullshit, is what it is.
They were not named Notre Dame. Any other team, other than Ohio State or Alabama, any other team that would have an egregious loss like that wouldn't even be in the top 25.
Not to mention they're not even in a conference.
Correct.
I don't give a shit that Bama beat South Carolina. It was 10 weeks ago, and since then, Bama has lost to 2 teams who are at 500. They lost to Vanderbilt, who we beat by 26, and they lost to Oklahoma, who we beat by 22.
Yeah. Also, this would be completely different if the refs didn't fuck you in the LSU game.
Absolutely.
There's obviously woulda, shoulda, couldas, but in all reality, if I were on that committee, I would weigh that heavily because y'all should have won that game. And to me, I mean, obviously your record has 3 in that following column, but I don't know. It's aggravating as hell.
Supposed to be used when all things are equal, and they clearly are not.
Yeah.
Ole Miss, you lost to Florida. I don't care. Florida fans can sit there and say, and they have, can sit there and say that we have the hardest schedule of the season.
Not just Florida. Not just Florida. They also lost to Kentucky.
Exactly.
And let's review Alabama. Matt, could you remind me who they lost to?
Tennessee and Vanderbilt and Oklahoma.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Do quality losses not matter?
We as a committee are given tax breaks, okay? That's all it is.
Follow the
I don't
money.
know.
We're trying to sell commercial space, okay? That's all this is.
Say more stuff. Ward Emmanuel. Is that Ward Emmanuel?
There's absolutely zero merit to Alabama being the last one in. Zero.
You knew they were doing them a favor last week when they put them at 13. They said, all right, your foot's in the door. Something's going to happen. You're here set. You're ready to go. We got you covered, buddy.
And don't even get me started on Notre Dame. Like, I think if you're going to be in this playoff committee, I know we're trying to, be all inclusive and whatnot and whatever. You got to join a damn conference.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Join the ACC.
I think you must.
Join the Big Ten. Whatever.
To play in postseason, you must join a conference.
Absolutely. I agree.
Your TV deal ended, 2010. Like, no one cares. No one even watches NBC.
Nobody has
They are
Peacock.
not,
Like, fuck off.
they're not the Notre Dame of 40, 50, 60 years ago. This isn't.
Yeah, but it's the name.
No,
I'm
Darwin
telling
up
you
to
guys. Am I the only one that's in this boat? It's
No,
all
no,
about
I-
name.
No, we all agree with you. We're
Okay.
just
Yeah.
All right.
we're
Just
sick
felt
of it.
like I was rowing in circles. Okay.
No,
Well,
it's
with you.
But if we're going to talk
utter
about
bullshit.
quality wins, who on here has quality wins? Caleb
Georgia.
and I were speaking about a fun stat. South Carolina's beaten 5 bowl eligible teams, whereas Alabama's only beaten 3.
Can we list them?
Which
Yeah.
ones?
Sorry. It's Vanderbilt, Missouri, Clemson, Oklahoma, and
A&M.
A&M. Yeah.
Matter of fact, here, why don't I just do this? Apologies. Give me 2 seconds.
So if I can make a complaint with the SEC website, the names on their website should really be links. I should be able to click at Texas A&M and go to Texas A&M's page.
Mm-hmm.
That's bullshit that you can't.
What's up, Bobby Buzz? Nice to
Freaking
have you.
Disney.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you're looking at this, and currently Okay, so it has the old rankings of when you beat.
Yeah,
them.
when we played them, yeah.
So currently, what? Missouri is
let's
the
see.
only ranked win, right?
Missouri, Clemson,
Clemson. Yep. Sorry.
and
Is A&M still ranked, or did they drop out?
no, they're not actually. Memphis is, I guess, jumped them.
Okay, that's right. So you've got 2 ranked wins.
Yeah. Oh,
Currently
okay.
ranked.
So that, yeah, currently ranked.
Yes.
Should have been that Alabama team.
Let's not put all of our eggs in a basket when it comes to rankings. Let's just stick with bowl eligibility because rankings have been hem-haw
Sure.
with whichever way the wind blows all season. Like quality wins, like you're saying, the committee is not valuing quality wins, and it's apparent. And as a Georgia fan, I feel this the most. And quality losses, we'll get to that another time. But this brings me into like teams like Indiana. Okay, the one team they played that's even breached the top 25 has been Ohio State, and they got absolutely cream pied. So you get
I mean, legitimately, did they play anyone else that even remotely has a pulse?
I argue Indiana ought to be above or below Arizona State. Arizona State has had a hell of a schedule, and I know the Mid-12 does Mid-12 stuff, but Jesus, they're a good team.
Yeah,
way more deserving of a
my
playoff
opinion
ranking
on the
than
Big
Indiana.
12 is, the bar is here for a lot of the SEC teams, right? But the Big 12 is down here, but they're all very even. So they're very competitive games. They're
very similar to the SEC this year.
Yeah, you could make the case.
That's why he'd been quiet, because he was trying to do the math.
Yeah.
8.
Okay, Notre Dame got 8. I don't agree with it, but I understand why Notre Dame's there.
I mean, they're a big brand. They're a huge brand.
Yeah, I do think that loss is egregious, and your A&M win doesn't look like shit no more.
If anybody else lost to Northern Illinois University, where would they be?
They'd be out.
That's exactly right. Let's take who's a one-loss team?
Indiana.
Take
Texas,
Indiana.
SMU.
If Indiana lost to Northern Illinois, they wouldn't even be remotely in the conversation.
Oh no.
SMU as well. Boise as well.
Yeah. Right. But
Penn
at least
State
with
as well.
SMU, which I think is a bowl in the FCS. Get out of here.
Well, we've been negative. How positive? What did they get right here?
Oregon, they got right. Texas, they got right. Penn State's too high. I don't care. I think they're too high. I think
Who would you
Georgia's
put at
too
3
high.
otherwise?
Sure. Do what?
Who would you put at 3 otherwise?
I think if you're giving buys to the conference winners, you might as well just go ahead and put 1, 2, 3, and 4 of.
But that's not what they're doing when
conferences.
they're ranking it.
They might as well. Hell, that's how it's going to play out next week.
That's why these rankings are super weird. How they come out.
So
because this is not how it's going to fall. Not like in the
other thing that's super annoying. Warren Manuel just confirmed this 2 hours ago that teams who are not playing this weekend will not be moved up or down.
Yeah.
So Notre Dame's stuck at the 4 spot.
Yeah, Notre Dame stuck at 4. It's Ward's way of telling Miami, Ole Miss, South Carolina, Alabama, Tennessee, Ohio State, and Notre Dame, y'all are not moving.
Mm-hmm. Holy crap!
That just seems impossible.
Here watching. Welcome, y'all. Heck yeah.
Notre Dame's not Notre Dame. I mean, they're going to be fifth seed no matter what. I think. I mean, they can't.
I agree.
They can't go any higher than that because it's physically impossible.
Well, they might not go higher, but they have a potential to go lower. You have a potential for, let's see, where is it? SMU to get that 5 spot if they beat Clemson this weekend.
So if SMU, hang on, 1, 2, SMU will get the second or third round bye.
Well, we're talking about rankings. We're not talking about the bye because the rankings don't matter.
SMU would probably be 3rd or 4th seed. I'm guessing if SMU won, they would be 3rd or 4th seed. I think Oregon would be 1st seed if they win. Texas or Georgia would. If Texas loses the conference championship?
They're going to go to like 8. Oh, they're in the play. They're a lot. They're a lot.
They're going to have a home team.
Yeah, everyone
we
that's
will likely
currently
play them again
in that 11 is not dropping out.
Yeah,
Georgia
the only
could
one
fall out.
that could possibly who?
Georgia could fall out.
No,
I don't think Georgia's going in.
If Georgia loses by if they lose by
spots?
2 touchdowns, if they lose by 2 touchdowns next weekend, absolutely, they're out.
Well, here's to Ward Manuel's dumb comment.
Cocksucker.
If Georgia loses,
say his name right. It's cocksucker.
Okay, we're on Twitter, so I'm being Twitter PC. If Georgia loses,
so Wild West out here.
Would they fall below Tennessee at 7?
Yeah, definitely.
It's only 2 spots. So Ward is wrong. I mean, Tennessee may stay static, but do Ohio State and Tennessee move up, or
I mean, he could have been talking about it in a way, just trying to tell 12 and below you're not moving up.
Oh, right. I think that's more accurate of a statement.
Yeah,
if you're outside of the 12, sorry guys, you're not getting in.
Yeah, it's bullshit. If SMU were to lose to Clemson, SMU should fall out and Miami should move up. Yeah. Well, I guess Clemson would take that spot in the 11.
Maybe I'm not seeing this correctly. Who's the Big 12 representative in the top 12? Somebody's getting pushed out.
It's going to be whoever.
Well, I understand who it's going to be, but who is it right
they're
now?
Not ranked in the top 12.
Yeah. So these rankings again are just
again. It is you have 5 picks that are the 5 highest ranked conference champions.
Yes. So I understand how they did it. I was setting this question up. So if
Arizona State wins it, they will be one of the top 5 highest rated.
So here's the question I was setting up.
Oh, okay.
Who's getting kicked out?
So Oregon, Texas, SMU, Boise. There's 4 conferences. Arizona. Alabama gets kicked out.
You think it's Alabama? They already said they're not going to move because they're not playing.
Well, so I think that's more talking about 12 and below.
Remember that 11th seed is.
Well, technically, it's the top 12 because the non-conference is already in the top 10.
Yeah.
So it's actually, we haven't been talking about Miami. Miami's not even going to the ACC championship game.
Yeah,
so
but Miami doesn't count right now because Arizona State is high enough that they would be the 5th conference championship, kicking 12 out.
Yes.
But again, they have to beat Iowa State.
Is it? Yeah, it is Iowa State. Where are they?
And right there at 16.
16th. Arizona State and Iowa State are
showing a little bit of hate towards the mid-12. I see this playoff committee.
Well, I think they want them near each other so that one can jump, so that Arizona or Iowa can jump Arizona if they need them to.
So I want us to take our blinders off. We're all SEC folks here. Let's take our SEC blinders off. do the Big Ten and the SEC deserve 4 teams in the playoff?
The SEC, yes. The Big Ten, who is that? Oregon, Penn State, Ohio State, and Indiana?
Yep.
No, Ohio State's out, in my opinion. I don't think this should be it. You lose against an unranked 5-loss Michigan team? No.
At home.
At home, when you're a double-digit favorite? No. You were
In
out.
November.
Fuck you.
But your only other loss is what? To Oregon on the
I don't
road?
care. I don't care.
1 point or 2
I don't care. You know
They don't
what?
care
If
about
you
quality
want-
losses.
You want to be the national champion. You want to play. This is why I fucking hate the playoffs, and the BCS was the best. Because
Yeah.
first off, the BCS was based off of numbers. And you had the 2 top-ranked teams. That's how it should be. You want to be the top-ranked team, go undefeated, win every game. Do something that's hard.
I can't. I
I
can,
know.
but
There's not a lot of people that agree with me on that.
it's hard because I
It's
do
tough
enjoy.
to do.
I enjoy the playoff. Like this is fun. Like we get an extra
football.
3 weeks of football. Like it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, I will say this version of it, I guarantee you, it won't last past the 2 years they sign the contract.
No. This auto bid is gone.
They either need to, in my humble opinion, they either need to cut it back to 10 or move it up to 16.
You do 16. I think
Hmm.
you just invite chaos.
Oh, sure. Well, chaos is great in
Yeah.
college football.
They
But
are-
they-
But I don't even mean chaos in game. I think you just. The other thing is, I know
I think it'd be more better to switch and reduce it down to 8.
Jim will completely disagree with me on this. I don't know how y'all feel about this, but I still think bowl games are important.
Yes,
And
they should.
A 16 team playoff will just completely decimate.
Well, the playoffs
any
have already done
importance
that.
of bowl
The
games.
14 playoff decimated bowl games.
Not
Unless
Honestly,
there's a
doesn't
New
have-
Unless it's a New Year
Well,
6.
We're saturated with bowls. I mean, Pop Tart has a bowl now.
Snoop Dogg has a bowl.
Pop-Tart
Yeah.
didn't.
Jimmy
Pop-Tart
Kimmel
didn't
has a
get
bowl.
a new bowl. Pop-Tart just became the name sponsor of an already existing bowl.
Right. But are you going to watch it?
Yeah.
Are you going to watch New Mexico and Wyoming playing the Pop Tart
But
Bowl?
these
Dude,
Christmas
I didn't
Day
watch.
games, Christmas
I didn't
week
watch
bowl
other
games,
people play in bowl games. I watched us play in a bowl game.
That's my
there,
point.
there could be some culling of the bowl games, the number of bowl games. They should be. I still think it's a celebratory thing. It's a goal to go to a bowl. It's been tradition in college for 100 years, but it's
Yeah.
become with all of these elite players sitting out, going to
Yeah.
the draft and all this stuff. It's taken a lot of the meaning out of it as far as what the players think. I think
That's
in
what the
cases
playoff
of the
did.
fans.
Like if you're not in the playoffs,
But,
why
yeah.
play?
Yeah,
Why-
if you're not in the playoff. Yeah,
Why risk getting hurt?
Yeah.
It don't
Come
mean
on.
nothing. It's a trophy
yeah,
in
I
the
gotta
trophy
protect my
room.
future.
Yep.
Got to protect my future, my draft status, or whatever.
Okay.
It's a
I
tough.
apologize for
It's
being
tough.
distracted. I'm trying to make a bracket thing for us.
I would pull up.
Hey,
Paint,
how
but
long
I'm-
is a timeout on StreamYards?
Huh? Oh, don't time.
If I put sundowners in timeout, how long is that?
I have no idea. I don't know if
I think-
you have the options here, do you?
If you're
I do.
not in YouTube, you can time him out.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him in trouble on YouTube.
Kathleen Kennedy is a donor to South Carolina. Really?
I had another thing I wanted to talk about. SMU.
Is it?
Is this the dark horse that makes it to the quarterfinals?
I think
Please,
SMU should go win the whole damn thing. I'm
You
pulling
think
for SMU now.
What is your allegiance to Texas?
Who's mine?
That's Dallas. Yeah.
He
You
wants
just,
them to vindicate their death sentence.
oh, I see.
Vindication.
Well, we
I don't know.
all right. So now let's talk about potential matchups. We all know how the matchups work, right? 1 versus 12, or no,
Yeah.
it'll be
Well,
5 versus 12, 6
Yeah.
versus 11, 7 versus 10.
I'm making a bracket, so maybe
there we go.
I was going to
Yeah.
pull up paint. You didn't hear this, Jim, but my laptop just came in and I'm working on it and updating it and everything. But my
Nice.
keyboard and mouse I can't use it right now. So I would pull up
Gotcha.
Paint. So if you have Paint, bring up Paint. Oh, you got all professional. That sucks.
Oh, we have technology here.
No, Paint's
Yeah,
so
wait a
much
minute.
better. It's so much
Yeah.
more homegrown.
Look what here, I'll show you.
Twitter agrees.
There you go. That's what I'm doing, so we can move them.
Yeah, but now you're fucking with me by putting South Carolina in there.
That's the hope getting snatched out from underneath your feet.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, bitch.
Oh, dude.
I don't even want that.
All I can hear is
I don't even
half
want
the
it.
distance to the goal, South Carolina ball. That's all I can hear. That's all I can hear.
So
Oh,
stay
God.
tuned. I'm gonna finish that.
I love that.
Oh,
But
it's really nice to be here with you guys
Content
during the
to
middle
keep
of the week. I took off work today because I had to go to Charleston. It's really good to be here.
nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I took off work too.
It's
It
good
was
to
fun.
be here with you too, Brad. Thanks. Oh, you're welcome. Cox.
Pleasure's all ours.
Thank you. I know.
Did anybody watch SEC Shorts?
Yes.
I have
did.
not. I have not
Therapy
yet.
session.
It's pretty funny. And then of course Matt did the same
Matt
thing.
Mitchell did the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Well, he came from them, so
Yeah.
You know, this
Yeah.
is a $1 million idea, and I don't know if we can do it. I mean, I know there is a way to do it. We need to go learn how to referee and account for all of the missed calls, unbiased, of course.
Mm.
But then keep a track of like certain games throughout the week so we can call bullshit.
Refalytics.
Yeah, Refalytics. Just call the missed ones,
Yeah.
you know, just, oh, you missed that one here, you missed that one there. Tally, you know, $1 million
That is,
idea right there.
That would be crazy. That
You
would
couldn't
take
do-
way so much time.
You couldn't do all the games.
Yeah, I think you'd have to pick one.
You could probably do two.
There are so many holding calls that are not called.
All right, but you can just write H under the said team, like
Yeah.
Mhm.
you know, or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I might go down.
Absolutely.
I might go down this.
Pass
path.
interference, PI.
Yeah, just call it. You know, if it's technically there, they didn't call it. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Back when you can't
Left
stay as long.
tackle. Left tackle's false starting for the snap.
Yeah, what's that dude from Kansas City Chiefs that does that shit all the time?
Oh yeah, every single time he gets it, he hikes that leg back like he's
Mm.
he knows it's about.
Okay, I think I've got all the teams. If not, I can always make one on the fly. But once Caleb gets back, we will dish that out. But for the most part, man, I'm still just not the happiest about the placement of Alabama. I see exactly what they're doing. They are trying to
Propaganda.
wiggle them in, and frankly, I mean, we talk about Notre Dame's losses. Alabama's are inexcusable too. Tennessee's the only like quality loss, right? But the other ones are just egregious.
How is
They're-
Vanderbilt not a quality loss?
no? It's
Just
because
no.
because bro, yeah, we could
Give
be,
the
we could
doors
be
a little
proud.
love.
We could be proud of the doctors and you know give them some pats on the back. They greatly exceeded expectations this year, but they still lost quite a few games that they shouldn't have lost. They are not that same quality. They have an outstanding quarterback, but consistently across the board, that is not a quality loss. I'm sorry, it's just not.
I think we can all see that the only reason they are in the playoffs is because of name recognition. That's the only reason.
Yes.
How are they the only 3-loss team? I mean, I didn't do the prep work for this because I've been on the road, but how many other 3-loss teams have a better resume than Alabama? South Carolina is one of them.
You could argue South Carolina, Ole
and-
Miss.
And yeah, in my opinion, Ole Miss. I mean, how many other 3-loss teams, even from other conferences, have better?
You know what? I gotta add Clemson.
Old Clemson.
They could
Yeah,
be
it's-
another one too, to be honest.
Well, they got to beat SMU,
Right? But
but there's no one else from the ACC getting in the final 12. I don't believe. They might
Yeah.
try to shoot that Miami. They might try to shoot in because Cam Ward's been their darling all season.
Okay, Caleb, this will piss you off even more. South Carolina's strength of schedule is 15th. Alabama's is 17th.
Good thing he couldn't hear that. If he could read, he'd be really mad.
classic.
Oh.
Okay. Yes. All
Oh.
right. I think
Georgia's is third.
you know what, I'm gonna put
Who got above? Is Florida's first?
Florida's.
I'm just looking at some of the top 25
Put that
rankings.
away.
I don't know. But they got to be up there.
I
Yo.
kind of, even though I know it doesn't matter this week.
Mhm.
Now the rankings matter this week because it is going into playoffs, but they don't matter.
It tells a story at least.
I think they got Georgia too high. As a Georgia fan, I think they ought to be around 7 or 8. Just going to leave that there to ponder on. Maybe I'm being too hard on my boys, but them motherfuckers can't catch a goddamn ball. They just can't.
Well,
The-
it's
the-
getting cold outside. Hopefully, they can't catch a cold.
But I think we'd have better luck throwing a greased pig out there. Like,
Yes. Well,
same luck.
I don't know if we just need to change their gloves or what it is, but they
Can't
either
catch.
can't catch a cold or they all have a cold and they're coughing up the ball. It's one of the two, and I can't figure out which. And how in the hell? I'm gonna get on a soapbox for a second. How and why in the hell is Mike Bobo continuously not just putting him in the game, but throwing to him Arian Smith? I don't understand it.
Remember,
He should be riding the bench, staying warm by the heaters. He does not need to be on that field.
okay, so for 1 minute, I want to play a game. 60 seconds is all I ask.
Okay.
Look past, ignore the bad. Tell me the good about Arian Smith.
He's fast as fuck, boy.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Make
Had
him a
a-
running back, for fuck's sake.
He had a great catch against Ohio State,
Okay.
did well
That
against
was
Tennessee.
2
Had
years
a gr-
ago.
right? Well, we're talking big moments here. Big key moments that won games.
Third down is a big moment.
Yep.
He's a
Let's see.
Key
He had
reason
a-
why we struggle so much.
He had a huge catch in our first national championship against Alabama in 2020. I want to say in the SEC championship where he tore his ACL. He had a huge catch, right?
Albeit I enjoy your exercise, but if I may,
Well, just for we got about 15 more seconds. Just look at the good, right? Let me know when you're done because I got something to say.
No, continue.
Okay.
Continue.
15 seconds up. Arian Smith is Matt Landers incarnate. Motherfucker can't catch ball.
Yes.
I don't know
Yes.
why he's still playing, other than he's fast as fuck.
Right.
You have to. A defense has to respect him because he may catch the ball.
Well, bro, that end around, or well, it was a double reverse.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Just a reverse. Yeah.
Just hand him the ball. I'm completely okay with that. He might not be the most physical runner, but you do kind
But
of
you
stuff
gotta-
like that, or
you gotta
give me a
back
little
those safeties
option read
off,
with
too.
him. I like that.
You got to back the safeties off. You might not throw to him. He's a clear out guy. That's really what he is. I don't know why he's playing at the fucking X position, but
I don't know.
you know what? Hey,
Now, I will say at the end of that game, though, switching up and getting back, obviously we don't have a Brock Bowers and a Darnell
DD
Washington.
or
But
Ladidi.
getting back to our lifeblood with throwing to the tight ends and utilizing the tight ends,
Hell,
I think
Oscar hadn't been able to catch.
that's a major reason how we were able to come back versus Tech, which that statement makes me want to throw up in my mouth a little bit that we even had to do that.
Hey,
But
Tech's a good ball club. Tech's a good ball club.
They got juices flowing.
I think I said this on our first show as well, that they're going to play spoiler throughout the rest of the season.
Mhm.
Have they not done just that?
They've been doing.
I got receipts somewhere, guys. You can go look it up.
Yeah.
Hashtag add Star Wars Dog on YouTube, 11 Deep Podcast. It's all there.
Yeah. We got
Make sure you like and
people watching, and I appreciate that. I'm assuming a lot of y'all are over on Twitter. If you're over there and you're enjoying the conversation with these fine folks, jump on over to the YouTube at Star Wars Dog. Get over here, get you to subscribe. Jump in the comments over here. If you got opinions, let us know. I want to hear them.
Oh yeah.
We're waiting on Caleb to come back, and we're going to start playing out.
Hey everyone,
about champions.
I need someone to make content. Okay, I suck and don't want to edit. So if you're good at that, hit me up.
Indeed.
What are we doing?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Jim's got it.
Yeah, I was doing a little promo there, trying to get people over to the YouTubes. But yes. So let's go ahead and do some exercising here. And let's get rid of
We
that.
can just go ahead and remove South Carolina. It's not happening.
Hey, there's still hope.
No, it's not.
I want to keep that rug underneath your feet.
That's right.
Fuck you.
But I want to go through some scenarios, right? So let me pair the championship games next to each other. I'm going to do that.
I should have done that before we started this whole thing.
I probably should have. You're right.
I don't see Texas.
Yeah, I missed them. Hang on.
Should have done paint, bro. Should have done paint. Could have just wrote it in.
There we go. Close enough to the orange,
that
too.
Orange is close enough.
Yeah.
It's the same orange, right, Matt?
Nope.
Oh.
I'll never say that.
Okay. So I'll put these guys off to the side.
So while you're getting this set up, Jim, Matt, who's the real UT?
Tennessee.
And why?
We're older. We're older, and if it wasn't for Tennessee, Texas would not be a state.
Oh, Daniel Boone throwback there, huh? Okay.
That's Davy Crockett.
Davy Crockett.
Sam
Dale Boone
Houston.
was North Carolina.
All of us came down there and volunteered. That's where we got our name, volunteers.
Also, former governor of South Carolina who went down there, which is why A&M and South Carolina has to have a trophy.
Oh, is that why?
What the fuck?
Hey, that settles.
What's
that settles on Twitter. Tennessee's the real UT.
Yeah, I hate to say it. No, I love to say it.
American history. What is that? 9th grade?
Well, yeah. Probably.
Let me see. I'm going to line these up. Indiana, then Boise.
Oh no.
Yeah, James Butler Bottom, hero of the Alamo, and himself an alum of the University of South Carolina.
Okay, that's pretty close.
How lucky did Indiana get in this? Oh my God.
Indeed. Well, they earned a good bit of it though. Let's be.
So one thing I will say about Indiana is, as much as I kind of agree that they're over, that they've lucked into this whole thing. Yeah. I spent the weekend, or I spent Sunday, doom scrolling, basically the entire day.
Right.
And I came up with some videos from the Indiana coach, and I really want nothing but good stuff for that guy. I want everything to be good for him. He seems to be like such a good person, and want just the What?
Hey, you know what? He's going to be a great hire when let's see, what's the next big school job coming open? Ryan Day leaves. Yeah, it's going to be a good hire at Ohio State.
Leaves. You think
Yeah,
he's
Be a short
leaving?
move.
Yeah, of course he's leaving. They're going to run him out of town.
Yeah,
He can
Right,
pack
but
his
he's
car
not
and go there.
leaving.
that's one way to
He's
say
getting
it.
fired.
Yeah, leaving,
and
fired.
Again, I stand by what I said when we were just on Twitter that Ryan Day is not getting fired until they stop making the playoffs. Ryan Day is not getting fired.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, look.
If you had a
South Carolina
conversation
lost,
I did today,
dude, if South
Well-
Carolina lost to Clemson every single year, but we still made it to the playoffs, we wouldn't fire whoever that coach was.
Well, we've got the great Paul Feinbaum today on I believe it was Get Up, right? And he said if they don't, of course he gets super dramatic and extra for those shows, but his point was, if they don't even make it past the first round, they should fire him on the spot. That ain't happening.
No, it's not happening at all.
Now,
Well, every
was
time
wrong
they've
this
gone to the
year.
playoffs, they've
Who do
lost in the
you
first round.
replace him with?
I was wrong this year once about a coach being fired because Billy
Significant.
Napier put something together.
Significantly wrong.
I am not going to be
Both
wrong
were.
about this with Ryan Day. He's not going anywhere. Not
Yeah.
this season.
Sean, you're
Now,
wrong. I'm sorry, man.
Next year it happens again.
Maybe. But
then he
again,
increases.
look, and it's all going to come down to the game. If Ryan Day and Ohio State lose whatever game they're in by a touchdown or less, he's not going anywhere
Right.
because he's able to sit there and say, you cannot tell me that you lose by a possession. There's not something you can put that blame on.
Right.
Every coach in the country can do that.
Yep.
Well, he's soft, bro.
Ohio State alums can be pissed all they want. They will stop being pissed in a week when they know where they are in the playoffs.
Hey, a first round home game that they don't deserve win playoff game.
They will not give a shit about the Michigan game anymore. They can sit there and say that, and they will. They'll sit there because they do every year. They'll sit there and they'll complain about losing to Michigan 4 years in a row. But if they have the opportunity to go win a national championship, they won't care.
Right. Okay. So, boys, let's jump into this. Let's start with the Big Ten up here, right? Yeah, Oregon and Penn State, obviously both ranked. In that game, who are we taking? We all agree
Oregon.
with Oregon. Okay. So Oregon's going to go
Was that a question?
to the number one,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Follow up.
We'll
Do
get
they
to
actually?
where Penn
Sean,
State-
shut the fuck up.
Do they fall out?
We'll get
Penn
to that.
State?
We'll get to that.
Yeah. Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's actually skip the SEC one because that's
No.
No?
Let's
Okay,
do it
fine,
now.
fine.
Do it now.
Texas, Georgia. Let's go down the line and
Texas.
start with Caleb.
Texas.
Matt,
I'm going to say Texas. I'm going to say y'all split,
Brad.
even though it's
You're not gonna like this. Yep.
I want so desperately to say I disagree, but fuck.
It's hard to beat a team
Okay.
twice.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you even put the numbers up.
Dude, I know.
Oh, this is just a bracket. But,
Guys,
Dude.
quit hating on my paint, okay? That shit. I even got complimented on it, okay? That shit was fire.
Yeah. Put that on the
Sean,
refrigerator.
Put the alcohol up and go back to bed.
go drunk.
Oh,
You're home.
stop talking some
So,
smack. I can't stop.
ACC, SMU, Clemson. Are we all in agreements for Clemson?
No.
No, SMU is going to roll
Oh,
Yep.
are they?
them. Dude, that Clemson team I just watched on Saturday.
Hey, that ain't it.
Nah, they are not them. No, sorry, man. I mean,
No,
look, you're
there's
in
no
control of the thing, but you're wrong.
No way.
Clemson's not winning that
Okay.
game.
All right, fine. We'll play it out. We shall play it out. Okay. Arizona State, Iowa State. I don't know enough about either one of them.
Give me the
Probably
fi-
Arizona.
Yeah, give me the fighting Kenny Dillinghams.
Okay.
I think Arizona's a hotter hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're bringing the pitchfork.
Nope. Sorry, man. No. Boise State is going in over Arizona State. Arizona
No,
State-
because they're not a
No.
conference.
Yes, they are. They are in the
No.
Mountain West. They
would-
are a conference.
They're
they
not
would
getting a power
automatically
four.
get the 12.
Yeah, they get the 12 or the
you do not
5.
have to be. It is a conference. It's not power 4, 5, whatever. It's conference.
And
I
they
think
are
that's-
ranked
It
higher, right?
says conference.
It's the
Caleb,
top,
could you
I-
zoom in on that? Because I want to
the
come
4
back.
highest ranked conference champions.
Yep.
Okay,
It's not
so
power.
right now,
Oh,
And there's
Boise
nine.
is
There's like 9 conferences.
okay.
That's such a crazy thing, right?
Yeah, Boise will,
Okay.
win,
That
will
is.
be
So
above
you're right.
them.
So it would be like this then.
Assuming
It
Boise
is.
State wins. Now, if UNLV won, who is ranked 20, then
Correct.
Arizona State will be in the number 4
Okay.
spot.
So who do you got in that?
Boise State.
Yeah, everyone.
That
Agreed?
dude's going to run all over,
Okay.
I think, everybody.
Okay, so we got all those. Okay, and then we go to 5. If Arizona, do we know if they take the 12 seed or the 5 seed?
So after the 4 buys, it is the
Should be highest ranked, right?
Anybody watching
5, 6,
on
7,
Twitter,
8.
if you know, get over to the YouTube and comment for us because I think they get the 12, right? Because that was a lot of the talks that Boise's going to get the 12, but they're actually ranked higher now. So
Well, that
they
was
would actually
that
get
was
the 12.
preseason because everyone thought they were just going to
Oh.
be there because
Oh,
of
throughout.
equity and inclusion.
The remaining teams, including the 5th conference champion, will be seeded 5 through 12 based on their final ranking. So right now,
It'll be
Arizona
final
is the
ranking.
12th
12
spot.
is fair. 12 is fair.
Yeah.
Okay. So if that's the case, Notre Dame would be 5, correct?
Absolutely.
Most likely, yep.
They
Misspelled
can't go
that.
anywhere. They are currently at 4
He
now.
did, yeah.
They can't be one of the top 4 anyway. So
You,
yeah,
you know you misspelled Notre Dame, right?
did I?
Yeah, it's RE. It's French.
Oh, God. I
No,
blame
it's fine.
autocorrect.
It's fine. No, leave it. Leave it. Oh,
I'll do this. How about that? So, then the question falls to number 6.
Ohio State.
Okay. Well, I think we need to talk about this one because I think Georgia is either
Not a-
6 or 7.
Not
But hear me
Okay.
out. Hear me out. Because of this, they're going to put us at 6.
yeah, they won't do a
To
rematch.
avoid a
that soon.
rematch, a third rematch of Texas, they're going to put us at 6.
Yeah, so they'll. I look. I've got a little bit of experience dealing with this shit with baseball. They will do that because they would rather the rematch be up there
In
in the
semifinals.
semis,
Yeah.
rather than.
I
in the
don't
quarters.
believe they're going to give Georgia a home game if they lose.
Oh, that's fair. So
It'd be like 9, 9,
you
10.
think they'd fall all the way to 9?
Yes, no home game. You're not getting you're not getting a home playoff game if you lose the SEC championship with 3 losses.
But they've said a lot of times.
Yeah. Well,
you
they also
shouldn't be
said
punished.
wasn't
for-
They
getting-
also said a 3-loss team would never get in, and that losses matter, and that sugar schedule matter, and
Right.
So highest if Georgia loses is going to be 9.
See,
In,
I
in my
disagree,
opinion.
but because of the field in front of it. So that would mean Penn State would lose. So are they out?
at
I would have-
3, I don't think so.
No.
I think they probably end up being.
That would be 2 losses,
10,
right?
10,
For
11,
Penn State?
12. 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, so I think Penn State ends up at 9. Georgia ends up at 10. No, Georgia ends up at 11.
Yeah.
Because they'll keep Georgia on that side of the bracket.
Yep.
Or
Okay.
now what they'll probably do is they'll go, you know what? Texas is a really good team. They'll put Georgia on the other side of the bracket.
Mhm.
They put Georgia at 9, Penn State at
10.
10. Yeah.
Yep.
I can see Georgia at 8, to be honest.
They're not getting a home game, bro. If they lose, they're not.
I think you will because your options. Okay, let's figure out.
Alabama will get the home game.
Let's
before
figure out
Georgia
6 and 7 first. Okay, then we'll. So we're pretty much all in agreement. Georgia's not going to be 6 or 7. Is that
Yeah.
what we're thinking?
does. Yes.
So 6 is gonna be
Notre Dame. Oh, you got Notre Dame already.
It'd be
Tennessee.
Wouldn't it
or
be
it'd have to
Ohio
be
State?
Tennessee. Either Ohio State or
Or
Tennessee.
Tennessee, yeah. And they've got Ohio State at 6 now. So Ohio State, I guess.
Right?
Hang
That
on.
seemed about right.
Oh, fucking hell.
Tennessee at 7. We revert back to this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because they're going to be idle, so I don't see them jumping each other. So I think that's right. So Tennessee at 7, Ohio State at 6. Okay, and then the last home game of 8.
no, I don't think this is right. Hang on.
What do you
Tennessee
have?
Tennessee is very unlikely
They're-
to host.
No,
So
they're definitely going to host.
Oregon, Texas, SMU, Boise.
We're looking at Penn
There's
State or
4.
Ohio State
There's
on the
4.
road.
That pushes Penn State to 5, Georgia.
How do you move from 7 to 9? That's what I want to know, Matt.
Yeah,
We-
I don't see that.
Because
Tennessee
they're
doesn't.
not 7. They're currently ranked 7, but they're not 7 because
Yeah,
Yes,
we need
yes.
we need the
two
seed. We need
people
the
are getting
seed ranking.
pushed.
But
They're
the
gonna
team,
get pushed
there's-
further.
But
how
any
many
of the
teams
teams
in
that
front of them are going to
lose,
lose? So
any
that
of the
actually
teams that
pushes them up
lose-
higher.
so
1.
throughout
two
these
teams.
teams, right? Throughout
talking
these teams,
in
do
the
any of
rankings.
them jump Tennessee?
So
if
Penn State's number
They
3.
lose.
We're already saying they're going to lose.
Mhm.
Ohio State is going to get moved. Okay, so it is only Penn State. Georgia is going to lose. Georgia or Texas is going to lose. So that's 2.
Right. So my
So-
question
So
is,
that moves
my question
Tennessee
is,
up
hold
at
on,
least
hold on.
one spot.
My question is, if Penn State loses, if Georgia loses, if Clemson loses, will
Clemson's
their
out.
ranking be lower than Tennessee's ranking?
All right, first off, Clemson's out of this completely if they lose that championship.
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah, there's no
I
way
know
two
so.
ACC
They're
teams-
17.
okay.
So these two are out.
The only way they get in is they have to get the
Yeah.
automatic bid. That's the only way.
Over here.
Mhm.
I put them off
I like-
the page.
Yeah, I like that.
Is Indiana getting a home game?
Maybe.
You think if Penn State or Georgia lose their game, right?
Yeah, I think
Are
Indiana
they going to
gets
be ranked ahead or behind Indiana?
yeah,
behind.
they're gonna punish the losers.
Yeah,
for
They're
sure.
going to
Indiana
be
gets-
behind. You really think so?
Yeah, Indiana gets that home because they're 9 right now, which means they are 1 out from that home game.
In
So,
this
yeah, they
scenario,
get-
with y'all's
think they
logic,
get- yeah.
Indiana hosts a home game.
And they play
Yeah.
against, I'm going to say, Georgia. And Tennessee plays Penn State. With Ohio State playing Alabama.
That'd be. I don't hate these matchups.
I don't either. Again, Notre Dame should not be in there. Fuck them.
Yeah, South Carolina. should
South
be there.
Carolina, putting South Carolina in there.
Yeah, I'm putting South.
That's not going to happen.
You're
I
such
appreciate
opium.
it.
I
love
mean,
you, my
such
man,
it's all
but
crimson.
not happening.
It's all crimson. Come on.
It's Garnet.
All right, it's crimson.
I mean, that seems pretty close. So I mean, 2 lost Miami versus
No,
Alabama.
no. Miami's not.
We already have
Miami
lower than
like
Alabama.
the first out. They're gonna
Yeah,
take
yeah,
Alabama.
Miami's gonna be
Miami's
first
already
out.
gone. They're lost
Yeah.
cause already. In this scenario,
Dude.
right?
Sundowners, have you been taken over by Wade? Calm down.
Okay. So,
Let's see. What's he saying?
all right. Let's mess some things up here. Okay. Let's
Don't like where
actually
this is going.
put Georgia over Texas.
Are you gonna bring it back up?
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
I'll bring it back up.
I got it. Okay. So let's actually put Georgia as
Georgia
the
over
winner.
Texas. Okay.
Right? SMU loses. Clemson
Okay.
wins.
I'll
Right?
fucking kill
because these are likely.
Actually possible, yeah.
Would Boise be over Clemson?
Yes. Boise would be over Clemson. Unless Clemson jumps 8 spots.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, Boise's most likely.
We would actually switch these then.
Mm-hmm. Well, and if Arizona State wins, then Arizona would be over Clemson. Clemson would actually be the 5 seed. Not the 5 seed, the 12 seed. Actually, no, they would be.
Well, if they win their conference, they get a bye.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. No. I'm
Oh, you said no, it's highest ranked. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Arizona State.
Well, so they would be. So
Clemson.
Arizona State would be like the 6 or 7 then.
No, Arizona would be 4.
Yeah, because they'd be the 4th highest ranked conference.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep.
Sorry.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
why, like 2 weeks ago, there was a
seems
way
weird.
that LSU could fuck everybody and
Notre Dame
be
State at 5 for them.
and actually not end up being in the playoffs and fuck the SEC completely, which genuinely would have been pretty fucking funny.
Okay, so now we have these conference champions, and Notre Dame is almost always going to stay at 5.
I love how we just say Oregon's just winning it no matter what.
Yeah, Penn State ain't got a shot.
Yeah.
Penn State ain't doing shit. No way in hell.
chance.
I mean, that would be some
Well,
crazy.
let's say they
shit.
do. Does Oregon get kicked out? There's no
Well,
way, right?
let's just do more plausible
Hell no.
first, and then we'll do outlandish. Okay. So more plausible. Not our first initial thoughts, but okay. Here's our champions. So from here, number 6 will be. What's our options here? So
Texas, I think.
Tennessee would be idle. So
I
Texas.
think Texas would end up being 6.
Texas, both losses from Georgia. Do you think they're going to be hosting a home even if they lose?
I think when they lose to Georgia first time, like week 3, right?
No, it was after the Alabama game. It was like week 5.
All right, I mean, they've got 7 weeks of wins.
Yeah, but then they lose again.
Yeah, I'm with what Brad said about Georgia. If Georgia loses, they're not hosting.
Right.
But that
would
would give Georgia 3 losses. I think Texas still gets to host. They just don't get to host, 5. Maybe they're at. Well, no, they
7?
wouldn't put them in 7 because
I wouldn't put them at 7.
Again. So they put them at 8.
Matt, do you agree? What's your thoughts if Texas loses to Georgia? Oh, that's a good way to do it.
If Texas loses to Georgia, I think they go to 5th or 7th.
So I don't think Notre Dame loses 5.
As a seed, not a ranking.
Yeah.
As a seed. Because 5th and 7th host.
So you think they might push Notre Dame to like 6 and put Texas at 5? Okay. Oh, I'd love to see Texas boat race Clemson.
Texas falls, but not that much.
I don't see Notre Dame switching over here, but that would be. I could see the argument for them to jump Notre Dame,
or just Notre Dame doesn't jump Texas.
Right, they just get pushed.
Yeah.
That's the correct way to think about it. Okay.
They don't care. They're in no matter what.
Right.
Yeah.
They could even
this entire scenario, Iowa State's out.
Sundowners is happy no matter what.
Okay.
SMU. I think SMU is out as well.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. Brad, what do you think?
This looks pretty good so far.
Yeah, SMU's out. Nowhere in here.
Yeah. There's no ACC's only getting 1.
Yeah,
they're only getting 1. Because they're either going to pull up Alabama or South Carolina or another Big 10 team or another Big 12 team.
Yeah, you're right.
ACC's only getting 1.
Well,
okay.
Okay.
So number 7 goes to. I think Tennessee. Well, we're back at the Tennessee Ohio State talk, right?
Yeah.
So honestly, I think when you look at Ohio State, Tennessee, I think you have to look at it as almost A and B. So it's you don't Ohio State's not getting 8 or 9 because not putting Ohio State against Oregon again until at least much later. So I think Ohio State's going to be over there on the right side, and Tennessee's over here on the left side. So I think Tennessee hosted 8, and I think Ohio State hosted 7 as well. Yeah.
Okay. I could dig that. And Indiana
and Tennessee, yep.
Okay. And we have
Alabama against Notre Dame.
What do they do with Miami?
Oh, Penn State. We're missing Penn State.
Oh, I've got them right
over
here.
there in Oregon.
They would have lost, right?
Right. So they would have lost. So they're in.
You think they're in even with another big loss with no quality wins? I think we're kind of looking at the same kind of scenario as SMU.
They're too high to drop 8 spots.
Yeah, I think it's the whole brand thing again. Penn State's got a lot of people that want to forget about the purple.
Yeah, you're probably right. So we thinking rematch, or are we thinking Notre Dame?
I think they would try not to do a rematch because they've already played Notre Dame, correct? No, they didn't.
They prefer not to do rematches unless they just can't.
So probably Penn State, and then I think Alabama plays Ohio State. God, we would boat race them. We would kill them. Let's do it. Come on. We'll even go up there to your Yankee territory.
Damn. Oh boy.
Yeah, Alabama goes up.
You think it's Alabama?
Yeah,
no chance of Miami. No chance.
No,
at all?
I think both of us are out.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's bullshit. I know.
So no chance Miami slips in.
I don't think. I think.
Are they going to put Miami in over Alabama?
No.
Well, currently they have them ranked ahead of them, right? Let's keep that in mind. They currently have them above them.
No, Miami is just behind Alabama.
Right. Alabama's ranked above them.
Yeah.
That's what
so you'd have to have Clemson has to lose. Boise would need to lose.
Right.
The only way I think Miami gets in, Boise State has to lose.
Let's say
Clemson has to
win. Then they have to put a non-conference teams getting in.
So if Boise loses,
Notre Dame's already in.
No, it's not Notre Dame though. It'll be what's the other one?
You said a non-conference team.
Yeah, they're all. The Army's the only other not. Yeah, no, they're in a conference as well.
So it would be like
they're in the American.
No,
so it would be
non-P4. Non-P4.
Yeah, so
it'd be like Coastal or
no.
Or was it Wyoming?
Because again, it's top 5 ranked. UNLV's ranked.
Oh yeah, so it'd be UNLV.
But UNLV is playing Boise.
Yes. So if UNLV beats Boise, Boise's out. Which is too bad because no one does not want to see. No one doesn't want to not be able to see Ashton Jeffrey run in the playoff. Gentry.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we didn't really get to do this, but let's kind of play this out. Let's start with this Notre Dame Penn State.
Notre Dame.
Is that a here across the board?
Just admit it.
Notre Dame, right.
Yeah.
I think Penn State. I wouldn't be surprised if Penn State won.
Matt's conflicted.
I think Notre Dame will win.
At home, yeah.
At home, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think Boise State beats them though.
This matchup.
I think Alabama will win.
No, I got to disagree.
Okay.
I've got Ohio State.
That's fine.
Yeah. I don't think because their offense is still boomer bust. There's no middle ground.
At Tuscaloosa.
No, it's at
it'd
Ohio.
be in the
Yeah,
shoe.
in the shoe.
Oh, I see. Top team.
But I mean, hey,
Yeah.
Michigan just beat them in the shoe, so
Correct.
I don't think Alabama's got the juice.
yeah.
They can't sustain the drives.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Yep.
Love you too, dear. Okay,
Oh, that was sweet.
we'll go here. Tennessee, Indiana.
Tennessee, I think.
Tennessee all day.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I think you're losing to Oregon. But
We're
We'll
not
get
there
We'll get
yet.
okay.
We'll get there.
Under the road.
I think Texas.
for sure.
Tejas. Yeah, Tejas.
Not a question there. Okay. Let's start at the lowest. Arizona,
Texas.
Texas. Oregon.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Matt.
Yeah, he was so
Oh,
upset
yeah.
to say it too.
Matt,
I'm a realist.
you
I'm a realist.
conceded so easily.
Notre Dame.
Wow, how about this pillow fight?
Boise
Notre Dame.
State. I think, dude. I think he look like I said last week. That kid's doing stuff no one's seen in
He is
college
breaking
football.
records. That's for sure.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
care that it's in the Mountain against Mountain West defenses. He's
I'll go
doing
with
stuff
that.
no one has seen. So I think he runs all over. Again, let's not forget Notre Dame lost in IU.
They struggled
Early
to
in the
beat
season.
USC, the other USC. They struggled to beat the West
Yeah,
Coast USC.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
struggled.
Yeah, Southern
I
Cal.
mean,
It was.
Are we
It was
serious
kinda-
right now? Are we sitting?
Absolutely.
uh,
I can't believe I'm pulling for it.
I-
Dude, I used to hate
Okay.
Boise State.
Ohio State.
Oh God, Brad. I don't
Um,
think so. I think we could wipe the floor of Ohio State. They
Nope.
don't scare me at all.
Matt
So-
Landers incarnate.
So again, I think it depends on which team shows up. If the team that played Georgia Tech shows up, y'all lose very quickly.
But the second half of that team,
Yeah, I mean, as long as you have half the refs in your pocket as well.
well, no,
That's
no.
not fair.
That's not.
That's not
That's
even
not-
remotely
You
fair.
go sit down over there for a minute. Okay, that's long enough.
I was going to say, I got power too.
Wait, we didn't get a consensus. Does everyone else agree with that?
Matt, would you agree with that? Ohio State and Georgia.
no, I would pick Georgia.
Okay, so
All
we
right,
have
Caleb.
a tie there.
Look. Oh, you know what? No, I take it back. It's at Georgia. So I'll give it to
It
Georgia.
is in Athens.
It is in Athens.
No. I'm sorry. This
It's
is a
a-
bowl game here.
It's a bowl game. It's a neutral site.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Neutral side.
Yeah.
Shit, dude. Georgia.
All right, I guess
site,
I'm the odd man out.
likely
Who
not a northern area. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think they get Boise
Georgia,
State
Texas.
easy, man.
Yes, no,
That was
so,
quick.
so here's the thing.
That
I
was
will tell you the only reason I'll agree with you is because Georgia's used to play more than 12, 13 games a season. I think Boise would be
For
tied.
condition.
But
Well, we have the depth to sustain. I don't
Exactly.
think Boise does.
but
No, yeah.
but I think I would not be shocked to see Boise State beat Georgia.
That would be, yeah. That would, geez. Okay,
Yeah.
tough one here. I
Probably
really
the
don't know
hardest.
who Oregon is. I mean, they had one challenge against Ohio State, and they shit the bed against their greatest rival.
Where are we starting?
I don't know.
Who's playing quarterback for Texas?
I think both.
It don't matter.
I think both in this preseason or in
Play 'em
this
both.
postseason. We saw it last weekend against
A&M.
A&M?
A&M that
Yeah,
they
that's
threw
right.
an arch in the red zone
Yeah.
and it was effective. I think it doesn't matter who's.
I think you go with Texas because I think Oregon would have to spend too much time.
so it'll be a
learning.
3. A 3.
What do they call
Oh
it?
my God!
Rubber game. Rubber game.
See, I
Third
think
time's a charm.
Oregon comes out on top.
Is that
Only-
just to prevent the,
I just-
the
I
No,
don't
regular-
know
it's
who
not.
Oregon is.
It's not only hopium. It's not hopium
It
at all.
doesn't-
Actually, it's
doesn't
because Texas's defense against quality offenses gives
Oh,
up lots of points.
Yeah, and
that game
Texas
right
is
there,
very
it's not-
prone to turnovers in big games.
In
But
that game right there, it's going to come down to the Zebras.
Yep.
yeah,
But I don't
so
know who Oregon
here's-
is, guys.
Here's the thing
I
about
don't
Oregon
know.
and Texas. So Texas, while their defense may give up a lot, their offense is going to go score. And Oregon's
world?
defense,
In what world?
in the world that Arch Manning can hop down the field with.
In what game? How many games? That's not the right way to ask this question. Their offensive identity is to sustain drives with 20 to 30-yard explosives.
Mm-hmm.
They are not high scoring. Now, when they play Helen Keller School of the Deaf and Blind, sure, they'll throw up 54. But every other time, they're scoring less than 30.
I mean, Caleb, pull up their record. And
I'm looking at it right now. So
pull it up. Well, I want to see Oregon's record because I believe they played a lot of games. Like now, as a Georgia fan surviving this season, there's not much of a leg to stand on with that. But they haven't been as dominant as we're kind of led to believe.
So
Oregon?
USDA,
Yeah.
56-7, 51-3. Mississippi State, 35-13.
Oh, I meant the Oregon schedule.
Oh.
Yeah, so it looks like just from what you're showing me right there, about 34 points a game. That's what it looks like. I think Oregon outscores that.
And Oregon, about 35
About 38.
points a game.
Yeah, 35, 38.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Matt
Lower end on the back end.
Matt
of
might have
schedule.
nailed it on the fucking head. It's going to come down to the fucking Zebras.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It always does. Not always, but this year.
And Oregon's defense ain't no scrub.
I don't trust Oregon. I don't. But I also, fuck.
Y'all are both 30-point teams.
I mean, they only beat Wisconsin 16-13.
They don't have any common opponents.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's a coin flip there. I really don't know who to trust.
Well, let's flip a coin.
I mean, Texas only beat A&M by 10. I mean,
Yeah, that was a lackluster game. Just sort of a.
Matt,
Tennessee only beat North Carolina
let's flip a
State
coin.
by
Call
1.
call it. Wow, I've got here. Take that.
Well, me to
Oregon
call it.
Tails. There you go.
Oregon Tails. DuckTales.
Oregon wins.
Oregon.
Okay, there we go.
Go Ducks.
We literally did a
And
coin
that's probably
flip
how they do it. That's probably how those fuckers
Nike.
do it.
And Nike.
here. Okay.
Their uniform's going to be sharp. And honestly, for TV, that nobody wants a trilogy of Georgia, Texas. They don't
No.
want
I
No,
mean,
I agree.
they sure thought we wanted a trilogy of Alabama, Clemson,
the Alabama
and Ohio State, Alabama, and Ohio State, Georgia, and
Or
Georgia, Alabama.
Alabama and US. LSU.
Gee, is there a common denominator here?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Who gets this one?
I think we should start from the top.
What do you mean?
You're on top.
Go,
Oh.
Jim.
Yeah, bruh.
Boy, Oregon would have had to beat Tennessee and Texas. That's a good team. I've got Oregon. I think Georgia actually shits the bed. If they make it this far, we fuck around and find out.
Caleb.
Give me 1 second.
Oh no. I mean, that's a pretty tough little
Are you
little
flipping
bout
that
right
coin
there.
again?
No, I'm not.
Just remember, Georgia can't stop running quarterbacks.
I think shockingly, I think Georgia wins it.
All right, Matt.
Let me ask you this: when was the last time a 3-loss team won the national championship?
It's never happened.
In this scenario, Georgia would be a 2-loss team because they would have won the SEC championship.
Oh, all right. Well, right. Okay. Yes, they would have been surviving. Okay. Ooh. Oregon's
It's so hard.
high powered, but I mean, every team has warts. I haven't seen too many warts on Oregon.
Yeah. Well,
You know,
I'll combat that a little bit with who other than Ohio State have we seen them play?
yeah, they have not played a high octane.
They ain't played nobody, Paul.
No. But
Illinois.
they've only had one. They've only had one game where they
Right.
performed below average.
And that was a very close game.
They beat Boise by a field goal.
Yeah. Like I said, they're mid 30-point team. They're 30-something points.
They beat Illinois by 29.
As is Georgia.
Yeah.
Honestly, it probably comes down to whoever gets out in front first.
I was going to say whoever if the statement you were about to say is whoever starts out fast, we're fucked. We're fucked.
If Georgia has to, I mean, Georgia's done it twice now this season, so we know they can do it. But if Georgia has to come back down 17, I think it's
we've done it more than twice.
Yeah,
We've come back more than twice.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
We might as well be the Kim Kardashian team. We've been doing the comebacks all over the place.
The best quarterback in the SEC is playing for Oregon right now. So I'm going to tiebreaker. I'm going to say Oregon wins this game.
Well, it's actually my turn.
Oh, sorry.
It's actually my turn, guys. So
we're tied up.
So I know, Georgia's my team and I talk shit, but give me the Dogs. Only because of the coaching advantage.
Is that
hang on. Dan Lanning learned from Kirby Smart.
The disciple.
That is the factor.
There's a story there.
Hang on, Brad, what did you say? Give me the what?
Dogs.
Give me the Dogs.
It did sound like Ducks.
Initially. Well, the way he started that made it sound like he was going to pick the Ducks. And then he said Dogs. And I was like, hey, what'd you say?
Okay. Caleb, flip a coin.
Yeah, that is a tie.
That is a tie. We are going to leave it up to fate on this scenario.
Do the
Ducks and then we're going to do the most outlandish. All right.
Wait, no, hang on.
Heads, Georgia.
Okay.
Fuck.
Well, there goes that.
There's your national championship, Jim. Good job.
Thanks, Jim.
And just so y'all know, I was going to wait and flip it again, and it would have been heads.
Well, I called it in the air. So, okay. So, let's do ridiculousness scenario here because this year's college football is drunk and
it's a skunk.
And everything is on the table here. So
I wish everything was on the table.
Well, we're gonna maybe breathe some hope into your.
It's not happening, my friend.
It could.
There's no way for it to happen. Not enough people can lose in front of it.
Let's see. Okay, so we're back to Big Ten, Oregon, Penn State. We're gonna actually say Penn State wins, right? Which seed would Penn State take if they won?
The 1 seed.
Does Texas win?
No. Yes, Texas wins.
Then Penn State takes the 2 seed.
Oh, hold on. So we're gonna say, yeah, okay, I like this. So Texas wins. Out of Clemson and SMU,
Clemson.
We're gonna take SMU.
Oh, okay, that works too.
And what's the other one? We're actually
Iowa-
going to take Iowa
Iowa
State
State.
to win, right?
In this scenario, as it starts out, this is how South Carolina gets in
I don't
Correct.
see how, but okay.
But wait,
because they
but
kicked
wait,
Georgia out.
There's more. So, well, I don't agree with that.
I don't
I
think
don't
it
think
does.
Georgia drops. So out of these, I think Texas takes 1,
Yeah.
right? Penn
Uh-huh.
State would take 2.
Yeah. Yep.
Iowa State
SMU
would
takes 3.
take 12.
Yeah. Is Boise beating UNLV? It doesn't matter. It's a push either way because one of them's getting in and one of them's not.
Let's say UNLV wins. over
Then
Boise
Boise's
State,
out and
too.
UNLV is in. It doesn't
I don't
change.
think UNLV is in.
They have to be. UNLV is 20. Arizona State is 15.
What's UNLV's
who
colors?
Red and silver.
Okay. So they take 4, and SMU takes 3. Correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Notre Dame stays at 5 in this scenario. I don't see anyone pushing them. Right? No.
Maybe Oregon.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah,
I can
think
see Oregon
they get
actually
6.
pushing
Oregon
them.
gets 5. Yeah.
Yes,
Been number 1 for like
you're correct.
what? 10 weeks.
It's too long.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I like that so far. So in this scenario, I'm going to slap losses up here. So Georgia would have lost, and Oregon, we already got them. Clemson would have lost.
Yeah.
They're
Clemson.
out.
Yeah. Boise would have
Clemson's
lost.
out.
They're out.
Boise's out. Right?
Yeah.
Arizona's
Arizona
out.
State's out. Yeah.
Okay. Then we've got these dark horses down here. We've got legitimate. Is there still okay, so they're actually back in the conversation.
So here's the thing.
I think with this, Miami's back in the conversation.
So you've got 1, 2, 3 teams left. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 spots left. All right, let's go ahead and put Georgia in there. So Georgia
7.
loses to Texas.
Let's say loses close in overtime.
I say they don't even get a home game. James Park.
Yeah, I'm with him on that one. You're a 3-loss team. You don't get a home game.
Oh, no.
Put you at number 9 right for
Well,
now.
we would be ranked
What?
like, although UNLV gets a bid, we would still be ranked pretty high in the lineup.
Yeah, but you've got to look at it as, let's say Georgia. So you're going to go play Texas right now. You lose. Let's say you drop to 7. You have to look at yourself as actually like 11 because there's 2 teams that are going to jump you already.
But okay, hang on. So out of these teams,
I think Indiana gets one of the home games.
out of these teams right here, right? Because these are already 3-loss. If Georgia loses in this scenario with all these other fields, we already know these guys are going to be ahead of Georgia. But neither one of these, any of these teams, would they be ranked higher than Georgia?
Indiana will be, yes.
Ohio State?
Maybe that's better.
Ohio State doesn't play. So, yeah, Ohio State's going to be ranked higher than Georgia.
Tennessee?
Probably.
Head-to-head?
Ooh, good point. Similar. Well, no, they still. How many losses does Tennessee have?
And they've vocalized a couple of times that conference championship games shouldn't be punished that drastically.
So here's the thing. I think Georgia's a 3-loss team. They don't get to host a game. I think they're coming in number 9. I think Georgia's number 9. I think Tennessee's going to be number 7 to prevent any sort of matchup. unless it's a championship.
Okay, I'm good with Tennessee at 7.
I
But
think Ohio State.
think Ohio State will be above Indiana. I do.
They'll put Indiana at 10. They'll put Georgia at 9. They're not going to put Georgia and Tennessee in the same game.
So you don't think Indiana will be above Georgia?
I guess not. No.
Okay. 10. Damn.
Yeah,
Tennessee
I think
beat
they'd rather
Indiana.
have Ohio State play Georgia than have Georgia play Tennessee.
That's between these.
Or what they'll do. Actually, this is probably what they'll do. Swap Georgia, Indiana. Because to prevent the no one wants to come here and play in the cold, they'll just have people that play in the cold, and people that play in the warm, play in the warm.
But they also don't want. They don't want
a rematch.
Yeah, but I feel like that's less of a rematch. Like the Texas thing, that would have been the third time y'all play. That's definitely we don't want the rematch.
Once the ball gets rolling, you can't really do it. It's the initial setup.
Yeah.
Now we will be a
First
3-loss team, but again, I find issue with being behind. Fuck.
Well,
okay.
yeah. Once you go to 3
I'm
losses,
going to say we go to 11. Does anybody disagree with that?
losing the SEC championship and dropping how many places? Where are you now?
5.
They would drop.
Well,
but you got to put 2 other spots in front of them, so they actually drop. They're actually technically like 6 or 7. So they would drop 4 or 5 spots, which
We're
is
technically 6 behind Notre Dame.
9th would be your nightmare scenario.
So dropping to 11 is on par with a lot of what's happened this season with teams that lose.
Yeah,
I agree.
3 losses, right? Yeah.
Oh God, this is a rematch of the 2012 national championship, Notre Dame and Georgia. Or no, that was Alabama. Y'all didn't win the SEC championship. Alabama is in over Miami.
Damn, there is no scenario for you.
Yeah, South Carolina's not getting in.
So here's a good scenario I got on Twitter. Texas beats Georgia by 2 scores.
But would they really put UNLV in?
Yes, they have to.
They have to. Non-Power 5, highest ranked. All right, so Georgia loses to Texas by 2 scores. Ohio State and Georgia swap places on the bracket. Boise State beats UNLV on Ashton Genty's back. SMU loses to Clemson and is exposed as the novelty team that they are, and hopefully get them out of this conversation altogether. Oregon whoops a really undeserving Penn State. Oregon is my pick to run the bracket, but the way this committee goes, who knows? That's from my good friend James Parks on Twitter.
Yeah, I mean that seems all plausible. I don't think I do disagree that SMU gets defrauded.
Interesting.
I think SMU runs the table against Clemson. I don't think that Clemson team is that great.
Let's play out this nightmare scenario real quick, and we'll kind of wrap.
Oh yeah, my bad.
So let's start at the bottom.
Or what's the bottom? Are you talking about Brad?
Yeah. Well,
so or are we going to the next two? Who's going to the face each other?
Yes. So between Oregon, Iowa State.
Oh, Oregon, hands down.
Yeah. You go ahead and put Oregon in front of UNLV as well.
Yeah.
Michigan or Georgia, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame or Georgia.
Georgia, absolutely.
Yeah.
Full agreement. Okay.
Tennessee,
Indiana. I got Tennessee as well. Everyone agree?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ohio State, Alabama.
Give me the fuck eyes.
It's at Ohio State.
It is.
I think Ohio State wins it.
Matt?
And then I think Ohio State loses to Texas.
I can't stand either team, but I got to go with Ohio State.
Okay.
Ohio State there.
Okay. Alabama weasels their way in just to sit out.
Yeah.
This is why I think it, because that matchup I like better.
I agree. And in the last 2 times we played them, We've beat them. We've never lost to Ohio State.
Okay, so we'll start at the 4. UNLV, Oregon.
Oregon.
Right?
Yeah. No one even answered the
You,
question.
Georgia.
They're Final Four. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me Tennessee.
Sure.
Okay.
Why
I
not?
agree.
I
I agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Penn State.
Wow. So we're lining up for
We don't
the
have a good
rematch.
history with them, but yeah.
Now this is going to be a stretch because Penn State would have beat Oregon, but Ohio State, Texas.
Oh,
Texas.
That's a hard one to diagnose.
I actually think Ohio State can beat Texas because they play the same game. Possess the ball, long drive.
I think Texas has better quarterback.
Better at it?
I think Texas has better
is
quarterback,
better at that game.
and their defense is playing very well.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, you got what coach you go with? You go with Sarkisian or Ryan Day?
Who has more experience in the playoffs?
Ryan Day, but this is, I mean, to be fair, this is really, it's a bowl game.
Yeah,
I think Sarkisian's got a lot of experience with bowl games as well.
True. I think Texas has the better quarterbacks. Matt?
Yep, I'm going to go with Texas. I'm going to go with the quarterbacks
So
as well.
That's 3 Texases, right?
And yeah, Ohio Buckeye fans are probably wanting them to lose too, so they can fire Ryan Day.
I think if Ryan, though, I think if Ryan Day wins even one playoff game, I think he's safe this year. Because not only do you have to look at what he's done this year, but then you have to actually look at who's available to go get.
Let's actually do this real quick. What if they
I
play
want him to get fired so I can scrape off some of his players.
Is it still Texas if they play Alabama?
Depends on what Alabama team shows up.
Yeah. But, I mean, did y'all know that what's his name is only 17 years old?
Yeah.
Is he still fucking 17?
His
birthday's got to be coming up soon.
February. His birthday's in February.
Fuck.
Okay. He's one of those. He's a fucking clowny.
Okay. So we got Texas. So we're back to the coin flip and a rematch. Matt, I'll let you lead with Tennessee versus Georgia.
Oh gosh. You gotta stomp her. You stomp her again.
Go with your gut, Matt.
You and your pro style picking apart the zone. The passing game is going to our butt again. To the tune of 30
it's been 8 years, Matt. It's been 8 years.
I know. We had to beat you on a desperation pass.
That's right. After we did that to you. Fuck.
Right.
I remember that.
That was an awful game. That's what got my love started, though.
I trust coaching in this and experience in this, and I think Georgia is a more of a pro style team. They know how to adapt, so I got to go with Georgia.
Wow. Okay.
They just have a way. I mean, look, I kind of believe that the other day. I almost swear Kirby told his team, let Georgia Tech score and go up by 14 because we can still win this game. Don't waste the clock. We can pass right down the field and get ahead or tie it up and that's what they did.
Coming in with the deep state
almost
right
too
there.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I had no doubt. They got down 14, but I could see how Georgia was driving. I said, they got this.
Yeah. Okay. Caleb?
I think I'd like Tennessee in this. I think Carson fucks up too much.
My man.
You know, Carson hasn't thrown an interception in how many games now, Brett?
4.
Yeah, it's been 4.
Wow.
It's our issue is the drop passes.
Yeah.
That's our main issue. Yeah. Tackling's pretty bad.
I mean, hell, streaks are made to be broken.
You could say that the other way around as well.
Yes.
I would love to see a Texas versus Tennessee championship. That would be so.
Actually, that awesome. I think we should root for that because can you imagine the UT Bowl?
I think
Oh my
UT,
god!
the battle for the who's the real
The
Yes.
Urge Bowl, the Urge
Sponsored.
UT Bowl.
Sponsored by Vagisil.
I believe it is very difficult to beat a team twice in a season. And I will not come off of that. Give me Tennessee.
I firmly stand by Georgia has Tennessee's number, but okay, I've been outvoted. Texas, Oregon. Shall we skip to the coin flip again?
Yeah, here we are again with the same.
Wait, before we start the coin flip, tails is for the Ducks, correct?
Yes, because Ducks have tail.
Duck tails.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Damn it.
Oh, sorry. And
That's the website. Watch it crash.
Oregon.
Tails.
Okay. No UT Bowl. And better than Vagisil, that bowl would have been sponsored by Ocean Spray cranberry juice.
Hey, I like Ocean Spray cranberry juice.
Yeah, it's for UTIs.
Fuck
So
you.
Oregon, Tennessee.
It's
What
actually
a fucking year for Tennessee if this happens.
this is actually a really solid matchup.
That could be a 45 to 46 game or something.
Oh, it'll be a shootout.
It could also be a 35 to 10 game. Either direction.
Either direction.
Yes.
Perhaps
I'm going to flip a coin for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Matt, you're the Tennessee fan. How do you like your team against Oregon?
Oh, man. In baseball, I would feel better. But.
Well, it ain't.
Ain't no crying in baseball.
I mean, if we've made it this far, our offense is rolling. And
fair point.
Our freshman kicker, little baby-faced Max Gilbert from Memphis, Tennessee, will win it for us. 52 to 49.
Ooh.
Tennessee.
Ooh. Ooh.
It's 52 to 50 because there's no way the game was tied going into the kick.
I want to say this would be an
Never know.
extremely entertaining national championship game for sure.
Honestly, this would be an extremely entertaining
bowl game
bracket overall.
Yeah,
but it'd be better if South Carolina was in it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to see chalk win out. I really don't.
This is why. This is exactly why I think the automatic bids are bullshit.
Yeah,
because they're UNLV and Iowa State have no business being here. It should be Miami and South Carolina.
It should be the big boys. The little boys got to have their little piece of candy.
No.
Equity and inclusion,
they should have
baby.
their own fucking.
Exactly.
They should have their own playoff in their subpar football.
Actually, I disagree. You want to play in the national championship in the playoffs, that you need to win and you need to be ranked. So Boise State wins their championship game, they should be in the playoffs.
But here's a great question: what are they basing? What are they basing their ranking off of?
Right.
You think they're just trying to get them into the conversation so that they can?
Well, there's already an automatic non-P4 team getting in. So why is Boise State ranked?
So okay, this whole automatic non-P4, that's not a thing.
It is.
No.
It is. They're getting in the playoff. Yes,
technically there is, but again, it is the top 5 highest ranked conference champions.
So that means one.
It just happens to be that one of them.
That's for the bye week. I don't care about where it falls. All I'm speaking about is
it's not for the bye week.
No, they have to get in. There is the highest rank. The non-P4 is getting in
none
the playoff.
None of these are a non-P4 or a non-conference champion group of 5. No one in that.
UNLV and Boise State.
They are both conference champions if they get in.
Yes,
of a group of 5 teams.
Right. But they're not. But it's not that they're a group of 5. It's that they are a conference champion.
Yes, but they're ranked. Why are they ranked?
So Boise State is ranked because they are just kicking fucking ass. UNLV a fair, very fair point.
Yeah, against whom?
UNLV, I don't know why they're ranked.
You throw them in Georgia's schedule, what do they look like then?
All I'm saying is
Totally
Boise
agree.
State wouldn't reach above 20 if this was not a 12-team playoff.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
And that they
Yeah.
had to get in.
They
think
they
that's
are.
That's what I'm saying.
Boise State is at 10 and not. So Boise State's at 10 is because they want them to get the automatic bye.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. It's not because they want them in the playoffs. If they wanted them in the playoffs, they'd put them at fucking 17 and Arizona or Iowa State, who have played more difficult teams, would be ahead of them. But they want them to have the automatic bye so that they can have Boise State in the bowl game instead of losing the first round.
Right. Yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense. Because, by the way, have y'all ever met a Boise State fan?
No.
Exactly.
Now I've seen people that wear blue, but
Never
Yeah, I
been
did
to-
too. They're usually
I hear they
Kentucky
have
fans
potatoes out there.
or Democrats.
to be fair, they might have more fans than Kentucky
To be
does.
fair.
Right now, they do.
Yeah, did you see their game against Louisville? There was
There
no
was like
one
12
there.
there, right?
No.
There was, I think Missouri packed out a bigger stadium.
And
in
that
the
was
snow.
that would have made them bowl eligible, which is so sad.
Yeah,
It's
it's fitting.
basketball season, man. It's basketball season.
Yeah, fair point.
Okay, so the rest of us, I need a coin flip for this. I would love watching this, but I have no idea. Matt?
I'm gonna say heads. Heads, Tennessee.
Oh,
Congratulations!
There we go.
God, Matt will be.
We'll put that right next to our baseball trophy, boys.
you did it.
Matt
You
will be
did it.
insufferable.
You did it. Nico
Somehow,
Heisman.
Yeah, you did it.
somehow you did it.
Somehow.
Bro, this is fun. This is going to be fun next week when we actually know.
Oh yeah.
I think
Sunday night.
one of these brackets we nailed it. I think we did. I mean,
One of these crazy ones.
I think the second one's probably the closest to
Yeah, I
the
think
real
it's
one.
one. Dude,
I think Georgia wins.
Matt,
I think
I completely forgot y'all won it all last year.
Yeah, man.
Fucking Tony Vitello.
yeah, I
We
thought it
didn't
was
even
over.
want to win the SEC championship, but then Mississippi State pissed us off, and we said, "Well, okay, we'll just win it all."
Hell yeah.
Oh, Charlie
boys.
Condon.
This was fun. We need
Yeah.
to do it next Tuesday night as well. Hopefully my work cooperates a little more better than it did tonight. I was stuck. I wanted to be live watching the announcements, but
So
here we
I
are.
gotta say,
Sunday night. What about Sunday night?
I'm greatly disappointed in the way that ESPN handles that announcement.
Well, they got to get the basketball.
Is that the first time you watched it?
Yeah, I don't watch those things.
Oh,
Took 6 minutes to tell everyone everyone's ranking. That's
Yeah.
bullshit. Like,
Well,
dude,
yeah,
they-
they're-
I like
that
it being
shit
straight
should be
it's-
prolonged.
it's ACC versus SEC basketball night. That's what they've been touting. It's a big night for the conferences, and
Yeah.
they want to stick to schedule.
Who the fuck cares about December basketball?
Who cares about
I'm with you.
basketball?
I'm with you.
Non-conference
I'm
basketball.
Why not
with you,
do it
Brad.
Sunday
Who
night?
cares about basketball?
Why not? Sunday night is selection. It's selection Sunday.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
No, it's
Select-
Saturday.
We should do it on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So they're
Yeah.
putting the rankings out Sunday, right?
I
Not
believe
next
so.
Tuesday, or are they?
I think it's Sunday.
Well, they need time to deliberate.
Dude, they already know. They have.
I'm sure a lot of them.
They
probably
have
do.
what if brackets and that it. That's
Yeah, I'm sure they've got scenarios already played out. They've got a whole staff of people saying, "Here's what." if
Yeah,
this
they
happens,
got
this
they got all the Ohio State, all the Alabama guys up there blowing them. I mean,
absolutely.
He's a stupid son of a bitch.
they really are.
All right, boys. Well, I think this has been good. 63 people watching. I believe a lot of them are over there on the Twitters. Again, please be sure, go check out the YouTube.
Absolutely. Come
Follow
over
us.
here.
We're live Saturday nights, and going forward, we will be live next Tuesday as well.
Next Sunday.
Will that be the final announcement?
Yeah. Next Sunday is
that'll
the
be
final one.
Sunday. Okay. Well, I will make that available. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Be sure to check out King's Advisors. Brad Peaches and Cream. He's also live on Twitter right now. And if you're watching over there, be sure to come over here as well. You'll find him here. Matt Tween, you'll find here. He's a constant regular. Greatly appreciate him. He's one of the most tolerable Vol fans that you can meet.
Thank you.
Boys.
And just until they start winning a lot, and then he'll be insufferable.
Well,
but you're already in trouble if we win this.
If we have this play out.
Yeah.
It might be a different story.
Matt, I'll give you a month. And if you keep talking about it, I'm just going to tell you to shut the fuck up.
Vol Twitter's coming, baby.
Well, all right, boys. I greatly appreciate y'all being here. Yeah, I think with that, let's kick a fat kid. Good night, everyone.
See ya.
Thanks.
Go Dogs.
Oh, make you want to kick a fat kid at Kmart. You know what I'm saying? Praise God, baby.